I moved into a quiet neighborhood for peace, but I didn't realize I'd landed next to chaos in yoga pants. My neighbor wasn't just nosy, she was dangerous. When nail strips destroyed my car tires, I knew it wasn't an accident. This is the true story of how I turned the tables on a power-hungry HOA enforcer, caught her red-handed, and finally took back my street. I moved into West Maple Lane for peace. That's all I wanted. After years of working brutal tech hours and a messy divorce, all I needed was a quiet place, a clean driveway, and the kind of neighbors who wave but don't talk too much. I thought I had found that here until I met Karen. Karen was the kind of neighbor who didn't knock to say hello. She stormed in with a warning, "Just so you know." She said, on day 2, clipboard in hand, "Our HOA has rules, real ones, not suggestions." I nodded, said thanks, and kept unpacking. I didn't realize then that what she really meant was, "Welcome to the neighborhood. I own it." It started small. Notes taped to my trash bins if I brought them out an hour early. Comments about the color of my curtains being visually inconsistent with community tones. She even measured my grass twice. I kept quiet. I've dealt with worse. But I kept records, always. Then one morning, everything changed. I opened my garage to find all 4 tires on my car completely flat. Not a slow leak. Destroyed. I stepped closer and saw them small, rusted nail strips. The kind you'd use to stop a getaway car. They were tucked just out of view beneath my tires. I looked across the street. Karen stood on her porch, arms crossed, sipping coffee, and smiling like it was just another sunny day. That smile hit me harder than the nails. I could have confronted her, screamed, threatened, but instead, I went back inside and pulled up my security footage. My cameras didn't catch everything, but enough to see a shadowy figure creeping toward my driveway at 2:13 a.m. A woman, medium build, hooded. And in the briefest moment under the porch light, her face angled up. It was Karen. It wasn't hard to recognize her even in the grainy footage. But it wasn't enough to press charges. Not yet. So I went to work. I replaced the tires. Then I installed new cameras, hidden this time. Night vision, motion sensors, alerts straight to my phone. I even added a floodlight that triggered on movement. Then I waited. Days passed. Karen didn't speak to me. She just watched. She liked to do that, stand in her front yard with her little dog and that damn clipboard, pretending to check grass heights while clearly keeping an eye on mine. 3 nights later, my phone pinged at 2:07 a.m. Motion detected. Driveway. I tapped the feed, and there she was sneaking across the street. Head low, carrying something shiny. She crouched by my garage. The camera caught it all. Every single second. She set the nails in place, looked around, then turned to head back. That's when fate stepped in. Mr. Lambert, my elderly neighbor, pulled into the cul-de-sac. He had just finished his night shift at the hospital. His headlights hit Karen full on. She froze like a child caught stealing cookies. Then she sprinted, but it was too late. Lambert got out of his car slowly, stared at the metal strips, then looked up at me. I was already standing on the porch with my phone in hand. I saw everything. He said, "The police arrived 7 minutes later. Karen was still in her house, trying to pretend nothing had happened. But the moment those lights lit up the street, I saw her step out with a face drained of confidence. She started with excuses. It's a mistake. I was just walking my dog. I didn't do anything. Then came the denial. This is harassment. He's stalking me. He installed cameras to spy on me. The officer raised an eyebrow. I showed him the footage. He watched without blinking. Then he turned to Karen. You're under arrest for property damage, trespassing, and attempted vehicular sabotage. The cuffs clicked. The neighborhood was silent. Windows glowed with silhouettes. Phones were filming. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to. Karen was led into the back of the squad car in her fuzzy slippers and silk robe. No clipboard. But it didn't end there. 2 weeks later, I received a legal notice. Karen was suing me for defamation and emotional distress. She claimed I had stalked her, ruined her reputation, and manipulated her into looking guilty. Her lawyer scheduled a mediation. When we showed up, I brought two things: the footage and Mr. Lambert. Karen's lawyer watched 1 minute of the tape and leaned over to her. "We're done here." The lawsuit vanished. Soon after, a moving truck arrived at her house. The blinds were drawn. No goodbye, just an agent sign in the yard, "For sale, by owner." The entire neighborhood watched in awkward curiosity. A few people clapped softly as the truck rolled out. 1 week later, the HOA sent out a new newsletter. The tone was different, warmer. It thanked residents for fostering a respectful and safe community. It made no mention of Karen, but it didn't have to. "Mr. Lambert brought me banana bread. I haven't seen this place so quiet in years," he said. I nodded. Feels like it can breathe again. But what stuck with me most was not the justice. It was what Karen became in her absence. A warning, a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous people wear smiles, carry clipboards, and pretend their cruelty is order. Now, when I walk out in the mornings, it's peaceful. I see neighbors watering plants, waving, dogs barking playfully, kids riding bikes without looking over their shoulders. And in that silence, I know something deeply satisfying. Karen's not watching anymore.